I'm Matt Raymond.
I am Eugene Bingham, tēnā koutou.
This is a little snippet for usually our paid subscribers of the Aidstation. It's akin to like picking up a pretzel that someone stood on 200 metres past an Aidstation that you chose not to go to, but now you really want to go back, but you can't because you're already sort of engaged in the run.
Or you're a Kia and you've spotted a gel that's fallen off the Aidstation table at Kepler and you think, ooh, I want to try a bit of that.
That actually happened. We have photographic evidence, but until then...
It's actually nothing like that, sorry.
And terrible analogies aside, this is our paid subscriber-only Aidstation podcast. We'd like to give you a little treat, little snippet of it, see what you think, and if you like it, have a hoon and chuck us a subscribe.
Do it. I mean, my default is to ignore things and just hope they'll go away.
Yes.
Or for various, and I've written about this. I won't bore you with all the details of it, but basically I kind of just ignore things. And the worst, as you were recounting your experience, I was remembering when I got pericarditis and ended up in hospital. And I had a sore chest, left side sore chest for a couple of days, and just put it down to, maybe I did too many push-ups or something. And just ignored it, but knew that that wasn't the case. And then I remember going out to Riverhead, like you, and running in the forest on my own, getting out, and I started to get really sore. And I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to die alone in the forest today. Still, I didn't turn back. I was like, oh, well, I might as well just have one last good run. So I kept going. Past the point of no return, then turned around and came back to the car, in quite a bit of pain by the stage, and then leant down to untie my shoe. And of course, what happens then if you've got pericarditis, an enlarged heart? Is that right?
It's an enlarge of the sac that goes around the heart.
Yeah,
so it's an inflammation of the pericardium.
Usually a virus, right?
Yeah.
And as I leant forward, apparently that just accentuated things because it's like the pressure on the chest.
Yeah.
To undo my shoes. I thought I was going to pass out. I got home. I still didn't say anything to my wife, Suzanne. I just sat there like, hi, how was your run? It was good, thanks. And then about 7 o'clock, she just went, what is wrong with you? And I finally had to confess that I'd been in a bit of pain for the last few days, went up to A&E, and then I was in hospital. Next thing, you were visiting me in hospital.
I was visiting you in my full uniform.
Yeah. And then we had that moment where you was Matt's sitting there with me and he's got his uniform on, and there's something about your uniform that let people know.
Well, I think it's something about the person in the uniform. So when all the nurses went into uniform, so I've got a red. So for those who know, so my nursing uniform has a red stripe on it, which is not like daubed. It's like the piping is red. So nursing uniforms are blue. My nursing uniform is a red stripe, which is I'm a senior nurse. I'm also a bit larger and a bit more tattooed than a lot of nurses, and people just go, that's a mental health nurse.
Yeah.
And I've got emergency department clinical nurse specialist mental health written on my badge.
Yes, that was it. And so the nurse on the ward comes walking in, opens the curtain, sees you talking to me and goes, no, I'll just leave it to it. Thanks, bye. And I was like, no. And you were going, no. I'm just his friend. Anyway, there is a good outcome to that hospital visit though, was that at the time I had a sore Achilles and had been sore for quite a while, and they put me on these super strength anti-inflammatories for my heart. My Achilles felt awesome.
There you go.
I was like, can I take some of these home? And they were like, no, you can't. Thanks, Rigby.